Hi, I'm Schala Harper. I am an ELA teacher in the special education program at Trask Middle School. And my glasses are fogging up. This award is Beginning Teacher of the Year with NCCAT. It's a program that's designed that when they see teachers who have potential, it's a program to retain them, to keep them within the school system and keep them to teaching. I got started in teaching, I come from a family of teachers. My mother's a teacher, my aunt's an art teacher, my grandmother was a teacher, and so it was just kind of something that I knew. I think what inspired me is because I was a student and I know what I got from it as a student, my inspiration came from that because that's something that I wanted to project and give out to kids as well. So I guess that whole feeling. I didn't do all this on my own. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a self-made thing. Like, everything that I've learned as a student in my adult life, I'm a lifelong still student learner. I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for the administration pushing to make sure I had what I need, if it wasn't for other teachers seeing something in me and vouching for me, like, okay, she's good in this area, we'd like to use her here, and for parents, you know, interjecting and saying their pieces about me and working with their students, and even students, you know, saying, hey, I need to speak with Ms. Harper. Ms. Harper's helping me with this. Like, it's a whole big community inside of the school and outside of the school. Like, everybody who I've come in contact with in this realm, in this area, has been a big piece of this puzzle as to why I'm here today. And sometimes I look at things as like, it's a divine intervention. Like, things happen the way they're supposed to happen. Architectural engineering was my major at A&T. And I went there, I did that all through high school. I got to A&T and it just wasn't in me anymore. And so I moved to English and did all of that, and that was my thing, writing and poetry and all that. And then I get married, I have kids. I worked for Department of Health and Human Services for a few years. But that entire time, I was always teaching something, whether I was training, whether I was showing somebody else how to do something, whether I was teaching Bible studying at church, like whatever I was doing, I always taught. That was just a thing that I did, but I didn't pay attention to it. But it was a thing that I avoided. Like, who wants to grow up and do exactly what their parents are doing? You don't. I didn't. But little did I realize and know that that is the thing that I'm supposed to do. So now that I'm here and looking back on it, I'm like, something that I avoided for so long and tried to run away from for so long was something that I always ended up doing. And now I'm doing it, and I'm actually seeing the fruits of my labor, and it's almost like it was destined. I think maybe if I wasn't so determined to try to do my own thing, then I probably wouldn't have had those experiences. I probably would have been led to do what other people wanted me to do. This group is IAS group. It's an intense academic support. They all have individualized plans that are written with specific goals of areas that they need extra help and work in. I like working with this group of kids because I guess I can see a lot of me in them. And I say that to say everybody learns differently. Everybody processes information differently. I process and learn things differently. And I can kind of really get, I like middle school, I can get with them on their level. And I like when they respond to me in a way that lets me know they know I care and they know I'm here for their best interest. I will challenge you, Isaiah. I will give you all these 3 pieces of gum. I'm gonna challenge you. Figurative language. Use figurative language to describe how pretty she is in indirect characterization. Go.
My girlfriend is just so beautiful. She's like a ray of sunshine. Aww. Thank you.
He got it. Oh, what's my happy dance?
Now you realize everyone can just see with that camera face you.
I'm just gonna be who I am. That's who I am. I will never change. The best advice I could give, especially dealing with this pandemic, I have learned more patience than I ever thought I've had. I've always kind of been a pretty positive person, but this pandemic and teaching this way remotely and with students face to face, it has really helped my positivity level heighten. I would say that to any upcoming teacher, if you're passionate about teaching, you love kids, you're able to get along well with adults and kids and parents, because it's a whole community-based, job. To come into it with an open mind, come into it with, don't get too overwhelmed. I'm sure everybody has great ideas, but come into it and be organized and be passionate and just be able to do everything from a place of love. That's really the thing that gets me through, is if I do it with love and I come from a place of love, that's positive. No one can ever denounce that. And I would just say, just be positive and just come in with an open heart and an open mind. And I think any upcoming teacher, if that's their passion, they'll do well in that.